Do your job.
Krzysztof, your pro wrestling career didn't really make it out too well. Now, you're doing MMA, but what pro wrestlers did you have a chance to meet and work with when you were training?
Quite a bit of them. I had a chance to wrestle against King Kong Bundy. That was probably one of the, somewhere in the Ontario area. It was a lot of fun with him. He's such a nice guy. Hacksaw Duggan, had a chance to meet him and hang out with him and wrestle with him.
Hacksaw's pretty wild, no? I heard he's a pretty wild guy.
Jim Duggan I think it was like, about 50 years old, and he still had groupies. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. It was awesome. Yeah, we went out to a little pub and stuff like that, and he had all these girls around him and stuff like that. I was just in shock. I was like, man, atta boy, that was pretty cool.
Did he go with the girls? Did he go like, whoa?
I'm pretty sure he would have. Absolutely. Yeah, no, for sure. After that, who else did I wrestle? Sabu. Sabu was one of the first guys who came out to Winnipeg and we had a wrestling show over there, and he was there. Chris Jericho, I had a chance to meet with him and chat with him about professional wrestling and just about the character development and all that stuff.
Now,
nice guy to meet.
How far back ago was this when you met Sabu and Jericho?
This was around the 2003, 2002, 2001.
So this was when both these guys were really, really huge.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, definitely. This is when although Jericho was coming up, Sabu was getting big. WWE was having those big Monday Night Raw wars against what was the other WCW. So yeah, and then ECW was coming around. So yeah, it was a lot of good times in wrestling days back in those days.
I heard Jericho knows his stuff. I heard there's an altercation between him and Goldberg, and he actually choked out Goldberg. I know the guys from Canada. They know a lot of catch wrestling, submission wrestling moves.
It is. You know what? Bret Hart family and Stu Hart was probably the founder. He had a lot of from what I hear, the Dungeon. It was brutal training. I never had a chance, and I wish I would have had a chance to train over there. I never had a chance to do it, but I heard some great stories about that place and how a lot of the wrestlers there worked really hard on their catch wrestling and submission wrestling over there. So it doesn't surprise me that Chris Jericho knows his stuff.
Sabu, tell me about Sabu. How is Sabu?
Sabu's crazy. Sabu's absolutely crazy. I've seen some of his stunts. I've seen some of his work. It's amazing that the man can still go as hard as he does this day because, man, he's taken so many crazy bumps. You can see the scars on his back, on his face from all the barbed wire matches he's had. He's definitely a character for sure. This is Krzysztof Soszynski. Tune in to FightHubTV.com for all the latest interviews with myself and a bunch of other fighters.